Hello, my beautiful souls. Guess what day it is? It is the first day of February 2024. We have made it through a first month of the first month of the new year. Now, if you follow the astrology new year, you know that astrologically, the new year technically doesn't start until we're back in Aries, which will be next month, the month of March. But this will be a collective reading for the month of February, okay? With the idea that we are coming into the astrological new year. I want you to keep that in mind as we're going through the month of February. It may be feeling like we're still tying up loose ends and whatnot, and that's probably because we are. Because of the energy that we are still following us from 2023, it'll kind of officially reset with the astrological new year. Now, I'm going to have 3 piles for you today, okay? 3 groups for you to choose from. I want you to choose the one that your soul calls to you to the most, okay? And remember, this is a collective energy reading, so if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. And if you would like a personal reading, I will have the link down below where you can either send me an email, send me a message on Instagram. I'm still working on having like an official booking thing, but you can still message me and I will give you a personal reading. So yeah, let's dive right in and I will put the choices here for you now. Okay, my beautiful souls, I have for you 3 groups. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Now keep in mind, these are singular cards, but I will be shuffling on camera, so there'll be a lot more, okay? So, use your intuition. Group 1, group 2, group 3. You can pick more than one. You can pick just one. You can listen to half of a reading, the other half of the reading, but whatever your soul tells you to do. I'm going to give you a moment, and then we'll dive right in with the group 1. So, group 1, let me just clear this deck for you. This is a group 1 collective reading. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, my loves, okay? Oh, wow. Wow, that card flew out. Oh, wow, group 1. Okay, we are started. It has started. Let me clear my deck. If you hear me say I'm clearing my deck, it is that when I shuffle, both of these have cards on either side, and I know to clear my deck. Now, I see literally like 15 white birds walking across my driveway right now. They're not ducks. I don't even know what they are, but it's just so interesting. So, like, if white birds are a sign for you, then you definitely picked the right reading. I'm getting distracted now. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands here. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. Ooh, we have the Devil, but the Devil's in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands, and we have the 2 of Wands, okay? So, right off the bat, the 2 of Wands signifies duality. And with duality in tarot, it typically means like some sort of choice that needs to be made. Now, we have a mixture of Pentacles, reverse Pentacles, Cups, and Wand energy. So Pentacles are all about finances. Wands are more like a fast-paced energy. And it's kind of about like who you are, what you are, and actions that you should take in your life. Wands is the element of fire, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have the Cups here. So the Cups represent Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And then if you're curious about who the Pentacles represent, the Pentacles are Earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. When we have the Devil in reverse, I'm going to skip here. So don't be scared by him, first off. Everyone gets so freaked out by the Devil. But you see, with the Devil in reverse, this would normally mean obsession and control. But when he's in reverse, it means the opposite: detachment, freedom, being vulnerable. Okay? And we do have the Knight of Cups here. We have the Knight of Cups who is walking with his cup full. He doesn't look unhappy. He looks pretty content with himself. And I think you're learning how to just learn, like, the act of letting go. And not being so this Nine of Wands energy, because the Nine of Wands, he looks like he's like ready to fight for anything. It's like if you come into his territory, he is ready to fight, right? And it doesn't this isn't actually a card of like conflict, but it does mean like in the sense determination. He's very determined. You're not getting past him, right? And I think this is you. You are this, like, you have shifted yourself to be this determined, persistent, something that you really, really want. Because we also have, like I said, the Two of Wands is duality. It is decisions, but it's also focus. So I am getting the message in my brain. It's about you are more so aligning yourself with what your higher self, your true desires are. And you are putting a lot more, like there's so much like determination and focus. And it's like you're not taking no for an answer this time. I feel like this is probably something that you started in the past and you kind of like let it fall through the cracks. Like I feel like you really could have made it something years ago, but you let it fall through the cracks because you were not like in alignment with it. Your spirit was not in alignment with it. Not because it wasn't the right thing to do, but because you just really weren't like confident in yourself. You weren't really confident in your abilities. Now I have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and he represents like frustration and ego. And your ego could have been controlling you for so long. Your ego is probably what kept you in this obsessive, frustrated mode. Okay? Whenever we also have the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse, which is stagnant energy, kind of being a little lazy, right? And you might have been a little lazy for a few years. Again, I think that this is something that you tried to curate years ago, and there was just so much ego attached to it. So much like, I need this to be the outcome or it's nothing. And you weren't really open to what like spirit was really trying to bring into your life. I'm going to go ahead and do some of these spirit cards. Take a leap of faith. And you could still be feeling a little bit like weary of starting this venture. And again, this is like February energy. This is the month of February. And I say the month of February, you are very focused, taking a leap of faith. I think you truly finally understand that like if someone else is doing what you're doing or something similar, then you can too. Spirit has a plan. And it's almost like I hear Spirit laughing like in my mind. It's like, ha ha ha, you really like, I don't know why. I just hear like this laughter in my mind of like you had to learn so much to get to where you are now. And it's like, even though you started on this project, maybe you started on it years ago. Again, this is a collective reading, or this is just something that you've really wanted to do for a long time. And now these birds are flying by my window. So they were walking towards me when I started this reading, and now they're flying away. And I think this is you. It's like you are, you know, when like the mother bird like pushes their fucking, pushes their, the baby chicks out of the nest, and it's like, all right, can you fly or can you not fly? And I think this is like Spirit saying like, you can fly, like it's safe to fly now. You had to learn lessons. You had to, what is the word? Like read more books and just like expand your knowledge on whatever it was that you're trying to cultivate. And we also have the Stag Spirit. Take the lead, okay? Take the lead. You don't have to wait for permission anymore by Spirit. Spirit is saying go. Go, go, go. All that Spirit needed was you to kind of shift how you view yourself, shift how you're viewing what it is you're bringing into your life. And with the Pentacles here, this in the wands here, I'm gonna say this is more business or project related or opportunity based rather than anything to do with relationships. Yeah, I'm saying this is like pretty like individualized journey. So we also have the peacock spirit, let it shine. So don't be afraid to put your ideas out there. You know what I mean? What I like to do is like your favorite creator, you know, your favorite content creator, whether it's a YouTuber, a TikToker, Instagrammer, they started from somewhere, okay? And even if you've been following them for years, they started from somewhere and they probably didn't always have the confidence, but confidence is a learned skill. It's not something you're just born with. And confidence most times is false confidence. That's what a lot of people don't understand is like you see actors or actresses or content creators, influencers online. Let me tell you, they are still nervous, okay? They are still scared whenever their video gets thousands and thousands of views and thousands, like that is still very anxiety ridden. It's false confidence. Not to say that they really don't have confidence in themselves and their abilities, but most times confidence is something you can fake and something that you can learn to embody and be, okay? Because you could be the most confident person in the world, and I promise you, you're still going to have fears, you're still going to have anxieties, you're still going to be a normal human being. Okay, the next one we have is the otter spirit. You are never alone. And I think this card comes out one of two reasons. One, whenever we've had to cut off a lot of people in our life. And I also think that the otter spirit comes at a time where we feel like our prayers are not answered, that our spirit guides, that God or whomever we pray to is not listening. But this is kind of just saying, hey, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, so themes in February 24 for this first group collected. Themes. Ooh. Themes. Okay. So, let's see. We have Rest and Rejuvenate. Okay, and then I already know that some people are not going to be happy with that because you're like, girl, I've been resting for a long time. Like, how much more could I possibly rest? We have Trapped in Fear. We have Victory and Success. We have Authority, and I'll explain this in a second. And we have Spiritual Union. And I want to also, again, say that even though the Spiritual Union card comes out, I am not seeing it as a romantic thing for this group. I am seeing the Spiritual Union one of two ways is how I'm reading it. One, the spiritual union between you and your higher self and your spirit guides, but really you and your higher self coming together to bring these visions to fruition. I'm also, spiritual union could be a divinely guided business partner, friend, opportunist that is going to bring you, luck and going to bring something into your life. But I really think this is not romance. I think this is, again, a union between you and your higher self and what you're trying to bring to fruition. Okay, so we also have authority here. Authority over your life, okay? And this card has confused me. This is actually my very first deck. This Psychic Oracle deck was my very first deck. And even to this day, it confuses me, the Authority card. But authority is, basically this Authority card is the same meaning as the Emperor card in a traditional tarot deck. And the Emperor is the father figure of the tarot. He's very grounded. He is very strong-minded. And I think that also through the month of February is why this Rest or Rejuvenate, Trapped in Fear, is because we are still learning to have control over our emotions. especially whenever you're putting things out into the public space. You have to be prepared for people's commentary, people arguing with you, people be trolling you. And I think that you still are like learning to be comfortable in the public eye. And that is like one thing that spirit really wants to like make sure you're ready for. And rest and rejuvenate. Okay, it doesn't mean the traditional rest. You see this guy meditating, and we just talked about authority, you know, being in the public space, being able to control your emotions and control, you know, when people want to combat you or say negative things to you. Meditate. Meditating is the best way to strengthen your mind. If you can't sit in silence, there are guided meditations on YouTube, and I can make a video about this later on. And there's also different ways you can meditate. You don't even have to sit still and breathe. It could be as like washing dishes with some frequency music on, taking a walk with some frequency music on. Really, what you are trying to do when you're meditating is blocking the outside noise so that you can be one with your spirit and your mind. Okay? It doesn't have to be super crazy fancy meditation. All right? But we also do have victory and success here. And even though trapped in fear is here, this is an illusion. Okay? Our thoughts, our emotions, yes, they play a part. We should pay attention to them, but we are not our thoughts. We are not the emotions. Those are a piece of us because we are human. We are souls having this human experience, but those thoughts, feelings, and emotions, they don't serve a higher purpose for us. They're there for us to feel. You feel anxious. Why do you feel anxious? What's making you feel anxious? Thoughts, feelings, emotions come up for you to process so that you can better align yourself, align your spirit, align your energy with what you're asking for. Okay? Anxiety, fears, all that shit, that is very normal and natural to have, but they should not consume you and they should not be you, because you are not, again, you are not these negative feelings, you are not these negative emotions. And there's more to life than being scared and stuck, because that's really what keeps you stuck, is those negative emotions. They really do keep you stuck. I want to see if there is any advice for group one, any advice. Group one advice. Okay, so our advice is the Empress, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Wow, we have lots of fours. Like, we have lots of fours actually throughout this entire reading. We have fours here, and each number also has a meaning. And you could also be life path number 4. Number 4 could be your lucky number. There's lots of ways that this could resonate. And if you've never looked up your numerology chart, I highly encourage you to do so. But the number 4 is structure, foundation, planning, and stability. So in the month of February, this is what your advice is, to bring more stability in both to a few different areas. Okay, so with the Four of Swords, this is matters of the mind and spirit, kind of is what I'm getting at. Like the power, or not the power, swords is always duality. Okay, so mind over matter, ego over your higher self. It's being able to balance the duality within yourself, and I mean, which is total natural, total normal. Everyone has it, right? Everyone has duality. So learning when to rest and when to take action, right? We also have the Four of Wands here. And if you look at the Four of Wands, it is a castle. And this is like the ultimate, like, stability, right? This castle, this card, again, represents stability, community, okay? Building a community. And that's also your advice, to build a community, especially if you're building one online. Build the one that you'd like to see, right? Build the one that you wanted to be a part of that you haven't seen anyone create. Or maybe you have seen someone create, but you're putting your own personal spin on it. So, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, this was advice for you to not get so caught up in like the materialistic, because I always view this card as like she's holding on so hard to all that she has, when there's more abundance to be discovered, I guess you could say. And then we have the Empress, another advice card for you, the Empress. She is the mother of the tarot. She feels she's in her feminine energy, and I think that's just something for you to lean more towards in the month of February, is to lean more into your Empress energy, the mother energy. So it's not only nourishing yourself, it's nourishing the people around you. She's abundant, right? She creates, she's creative, she's abundant. And that is what the Empress represents. Now, any more all right, so we're going to do some keywords. Keywords for the group 1, month of February. Okay, you have 4. Wow. 4, we have choices. Okay, positivity. We have Archangel Raphael, which this states if you are a healer or wish to be one, Archangel Raphael will direct pure divine energy to you. He will help you develop your intuition and your inner wisdom. Call on him if you need help with these areas now. So Archangel Raphael is one of those archangels that's trying to help you reach your goals right now. And communication. This is both communication with yourself, your higher self, your guides, and the community around you, the community that you're trying to create. Communicate. And it says communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. But that is what I have for you, group 1, for the month of February. If this resonated, please let me know down below. And I just hope that you guys have a wonderful, magical month. Be sure to use your discernment. Understand that, you know what, actually, I'm going to leave it there. Spirit is saying, leave it at that. Okay, I love you. Bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your February energy reading. If you pick group 2, you're in the right space. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling my Psychic Oracle deck, and we're going to see what is the themes of February 2024 for my lovely group 2. Okay. My lovely group 2. Oh, yawning. Okay, my deck is cleared. And now on my channel, when you hear me say my deck is cleared, that means I have shuffled and both sides are cleared, basically. Okay. Oh, man. Let's get started. All right, there is no reversals in my Oracle deck that I follow. So we have the base chakra, and these cards will be facing me. I apologize just because I need to read them. Prosperity begins. Positive movement forward. Holy shit. You guys have a lot of red in here. Red, 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 red. Okay? I'll explain that in a second. We have fertility. We have rest and rejuvenate. Light. Third eye chakra. And discontent and boredom. Ooh, okay. So the first thing that caught my eye again is how much red is here. Group 2, it is imperative that you focus on building a strong foundation right now. I think that the spirit is really like illuminating how important it is for you. And maybe you are working on it. And maybe this is just to say that in the month of February, you will finally start seeing how much of a foundation that you've built for yourself. And again, if this is something that you've been trying to do, then this is a good sign that you're on the right path. But if you are not, and stability is something that you crave in your life, this is saying that in the month of February, group 2, you really have to work on that. Okay? And that is where we will find prosperity. We will find positive movement forward. And where we will be able to say no to the temptations of life. Okay? That was so generic. I'm going to get deeper. So the base chakra is our root chakra. It is our foundational chakra. In the main chakra system, there is 7 main chakras. Actually, there are hundreds. There are probably thousands. But we mainly talk about the 7 main chakras. This is number 1, the base chakra. When our root chakra is in alignment, it makes it easier for the rest of the energy to flow through our body. Now, when our root chakra is not, that's what creates chaos. That's what creates like unstable energy. That's what causes us to feel confused and lost. And well, all right, so we have to work on this base chakra. And that's where you're going to start seeing a lot of progress, a lot of movement, a lot of the things you're trying to, like you planted the seed in this fruit tree. That's where you're going to start seeing a lot of growth take place, is once you balance this base chakra. And maybe that is what the month of February will bring you, is more stability. Now, with every journey, we follow temptation. Temptation doesn't necessarily have to be drugs or alcohol, but this is a collective reading, so I'm going to cover all of them. Temptation can come in the form of drugs and alcohol. And I am talking, yes, marijuana too, okay? That was very specific for somebody. Yes, weed too can be a temptation. It can cloud our mind. It could cloud our dream space. It's good and it's medicinal, but there's also like, it can be a temptation for some of you, okay? This also, even if you are not a drug or alcohol person, negative habits, negative thoughts, doing the same thing and expecting a different result can fall under this temptation card. And I think that in the month of February, you might run into some people, or you might run into a situation to where you want to just like run back to what's familiar, and you have to stop doing that, okay? Temptation. We also have fertility, so bringing ideas to light. You have a lot of chakras illuminated here. You have the root chakra here. We also have the heart chakra illuminated. That's that green one right here. And then you also have your third eye illuminated. So, your base, your heart, and your third eye. So what that means to me is that we have stability here. What this means to me is that this is an issue between the heart and the spirit. Sometimes, and I don't know why actually, I don't know what the disconnect between the root, the heart, and the third eye, but I think also maybe there's not a disconnect. These are just like the ones that you'll be really focusing on in the month of February. Your heart chakra is not just about love. I mean, it's all kinds of love. Self-love, love for the people around you, love for unconditional love on all fronts. For spirit too, especially when spirit brings you through things that maybe you didn't want to deal with. It's also showing unconditional love for spirit and your spirit team. And your third eye is where you get your intuitive downloads. It is the place between your eyebrows, basically. You know, most people know what your third eye is. You can also Google it if you don't know the exact place where your third eye is. But I think that meditation, this is a similar message to the first group in terms of meditation. Meditating will help you strengthen your third eye. Meditating will help you strengthen your root chakra. Meditating will help strengthen the heart chakra. It is a all-in-one like tool to use, right? You can get spiritual downloads. You can connect to your spirit guide. You sometimes, especially when you're like trying to connect with your higher self, you'll feel the area between your eyebrows kind of like tingling, right? And that's your third eye chakra. That's your third eye opening up. Okay. What else do we have here? Oops, this card fell to the ground. Hold on. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. This card, everyone, like, you can see that there's been so many, like, things stabbed into his back. But he's still going. He's still, like, trying to reach water. He has been broken down, beaten down, stabbed in the back. People have just really misled him. But he is still crawling to salvation. He's still crawling to water. He's still crawling. He's not, he accepts what's happened. Water is our emotions. He really shows true determination and willpower in this Ten of Swords card, which is what I love about it. And also, the Ten of Swords also could be like endings of some sort, and that makes sense, especially as we're wrapping up the astrological year. Like I said, the astrological new year starts when Aries comes into play. The Nine of Swords, a lot of subconscious fears, and I used to think it was people laughing at her, because if you look at this card, it looks like people are laughing at her. But whenever I look really close and I studied this card one day, I realized that's her internal dialogue. Okay, it is. It's her internal dialogue. And sometimes our mind can be a battlefield, and I think that's also like where this discontent and boredom comes in. The rest to rejuvenate. It's like, gosh, you've been working towards like something new for so long, and you're being hit with all these like trials and tribulations, and your anxiety and your subconscious is like not making it any better for you. Yeah, this does talk about depression and anxiety. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for group 2? Advice. Oh, I'm yawning. Losing energy. I'm sorry. Okay, anything else for our group 2 collective? Oh, it's not wanting to clear. Hold on. There we go. Still not cleared. I feel like this is how you feel. It's like I've been waiting for something for so long, and this is... Why is this... It's kind of frustrating me a little bit. Hold on. All right, it's cleared. We have the Bat Spirit. Our rebirth is assured. The Rabbit. Now is a lucky time. Spirit has your back. Watch your words. And watch your words is really about watching how you talk to yourself and speak over your manifestations. Because one thing that I have learned is sometimes we can mess up our manifestations when we word things the wrong way, or speak too negatively around something. Then we will attract negative results. Take the lead with the Stag Spirit. This card came out in group 1 as well. We have see the big picture with the Giraffe Spirit. Love is all around. And again, we have this heart chakra illuminated. Love is all around. Time to heal. Set healthy boundaries. Now what I'm hearing is that this, for some of you, this anxiety and depression and fear that the Nine of Swords talks about is because other people have made you feel unworthy, or you've just listened too much of other people's negativity. But set healthy boundaries. So, within your friendships, within yourself. We also have the squirrel spirit. Believe in yourself. And the wolf. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Okay. I'm just going to see if there's any angel cards. Keywords for your month of February. Keywords. Yeah, so we have just two. Aspiration and joy. Get ready to find, to really like dissect and get to where you want to be. You really will learn what your purpose is in this lifetime through the month of February, and you will do so by connecting deeper with your higher self, with your spirit guides. You find that in meditation. And it says, it's time to set your sights higher. If you are settling for the mediocre, aim for the superb. Stretch yourself to fulfill all your potential and hold mighty visions. Spirit has your back, literally. And you are just being given the opportunity to really make your life exactly how you want to. So I appreciate you watching, my beautiful souls. Thank you, Group 2. If you were called to listen to either Group 1 or Group 3, I encourage you to do that now. But until next time, please let me know if this resonated with you. Give me a thumbs up, a follow. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Okay, hello my beautiful Group 3. If you chose the third group, this will be your energy reading for the month of February. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The energy for the month of February for my lovely Group 2. And I think that'll be all the cards to start. Yep. So if you hear me say I clear my deck, this is what I mean when I clear my deck. Both sides are blank. And yes, okay. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Now these will be facing you, but I'm reading as reversals because I'm going to be reading them as if, yeah. We have the Seven of Cups, the Fool. I'm going to move some of these up. The Fool. Ooh, the Tower in reverse. The Lovers. The King of Wands, the Moon in reverse, and Justice. Wow, such an interesting spread. I get goosebumps for some reason this is the first group that I've had goosebumps. Only because I do personal readings for myself every day, and like the Lovers has come out so much. If you follow my channel last year on TikTok, the Tower came out all throughout the year. And so it's like full circle. That's why I'm getting goosebumps, is like Spirit is saying full circle. Everything is coming through full circle, especially if you felt as if there was tower movement after tower movement after tower movement in 2023. And if you're unfamiliar, the tower basically just means like how do I, if you are watching this card, it's shaking, you're shaking your foundation. Here you go. I knew. Couldn't think of the word. It just basically means that you had to make changes. Change is difficult. What you were familiar with was broken down, okay? And I think that even though that we're not in this like foundation shaking and we are in reverse, the reverse energy of this, still the reverse energy of the Tower is like fear or reluctance, right? And we see the Tower in reverse come after the Fool. I'm going to leave the Justice card to the side for now. Taking a leap of faith despite your fear. And the Lovers doesn't necessarily mean romantic love. You know, I've never had the Lovers card come out so much in collective readings and personal readings. I really haven't. So I'm still learning how to interpret the Lovers because it's not as straightforward as I always thought. It does talk about some sort of unification, and it does talk about some sort of harmony in your relationships. But also the Lovers talks about choices. The Lovers represents duality. It signifies a force that binds these two entities together. But it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a personal idea, a personal decision. And this card really invites you to look at all aspects and examine like your values, right? Because we can't get into a healthy partnership without having aligned values. What is your motives? What is your values? What is your intentions for whatever this leap of faith thing is? But this card, or this pile, you guys have a lot of choices. We have reluctance. It's like a mixture here. We have choices. You're kind of nervous to take that leap of faith. You're still figuring, there's interesting. It's such an interesting mix. All right, so I'm going to reverse it back to the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords in reverse typically would mean there was some sort of like tension. People are walking away from each other if this was upright. But since it's in reverse, it's some sort of reunion. Maybe not so much reunion, but an understanding of kind of why you went through what you went through. Maybe it didn't make sense before, and now you're on the other side of it because it's like I said, there was change that had to be made. Because if you see, there's people in the back. He just got done like fighting these people off, right? And now they're in the back. They're mad at him. That's how it would be perceived if it was upright. Was it like they're mad? I'm sorry. I'm like having a lot of like burps come out. Which is a confirmation. But anyway, so this situation, I think, left you to feel. Why is the Artist here? The Artist in reverse. The Artist is unique to this deck. So in reverse, it just talks about instability. Okay. And I think that's kind of like, oh, this is confusing. If you're confused, I'm confused. And if you feel confused lately, I'm picking up on that. Because this is so confusing. It's like there's so many factors here. It's like I said, there's a factor of this leap of faith. There's this factor of reunion, of unification, of justice, of justice being served. And it doesn't have to be wall related, but it can be. Again, this is a collective reading, so, but this is about bringing balance, balancing the scales. This is interesting. This is so interesting. We have the Moon in reverse. And the Moon also is about like frustration, right? Confusion. The Moon literally in reverse can represent confusion. And that is just what I'm feeling. Why are we so confused? Why are we so confused, group 3? All right, confusion. What is this confusion about? Material harvest. Ooh, you've been working hard. And it's like ever since all of these changes happened, and wow, we have moving on at the very end. And what I was about to say is like you moved on from someone or something. And it seems like ever since you made that choice to move on, that shit is just like so difficult. It's like you've had to go through so many cycles to get where you are right here, right now, in this present moment, but it still doesn't make sense to you. You're like, what am I doing wrong? I think that's a big question that this group is asking is, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, see, my deck cleared itself. We have 2 9s here. The 9s in numerology indicate a completion, right? So completion, ending of a chapter sort of deal. The number 9 also encompasses all of the numbers, of the energy of the numbers that come before 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, I just started so bad. The number 9 encompasses all the energy of prior numbers. So that duality, the individuality, the divine trinity of the number 3, all of that is in that number 9. All of the different energies from the different numbers comes back, and 9 encompasses all the energy, like I said. we have material harvest and fulfillment of wishes. And I asked, like, what was the question that I asked? I don't even remember anymore. What is making us feel frustrated, right? The material harvest, fulfillment of wishes. We are waiting. We are waiting, right? What else do you want to say about our frustrations, Spirit? Know your worth and be peace. With the skunk spirit and then the dove spirit is be peace. What else? Time to collaborate. What else? Magic works through you. And watch and wait. And again, this is like about your frustrations. And this collaboration card, again, is coming out, which really ties in with the Lovers of like unification, harmony. So, you know, it could be that someone's coming back into your life or wants to make their way back into your life. I don't know. Again, this is a collective reading, so there's like a mixture of what this reunion could be and what this collaboration means. We also have watch and wait. 52, 53, 54. We have it in alignment. And watch and wait with this seahorse spirit, which basically means, and this is tying off of our frustrations of why our wishes and this like material harvest that we've been promised for so long. That's another thing. Spirit is like, I know we've been promising you this shit for like probably better part of a year now, but good things take time. And it's like something that I don't even like hearing either, is that things take time. Energy takes time. And watch and wait. The watch and wait. Something so like eerily beautiful about this card. It's like Spirit is like, oh, you haven't seen anything yet. I promise you. You know what I mean? This will all make sense. All right, what else do you want to tell group 3, Spirit? What else do you want to tell group 3? Okay, this doesn't want to clear, so we'll come back to that in a second. We have koi fish. There is always enough. Take a leap of faith with a grasshopper, and that is what I said with the Fool card, taking a leap of faith. Dream the world into being with the lizard spirit. And then horse spirit, freedom is yours. Okay. Oh, we also have, I don't know if I mentioned these, claim your independence and be here now with the hummingbird. And even if these messages don't make sense, these animals could mean something to you. What else do we want to know for group 3? What else do we want to know for group 3? See, this stuff didn't clear itself, so I'm just going to see if there's any more animal messages for the group 3 February energy. Doesn't still want to clear. That's insane to me. You guys get a lot of cards. You guys get a lot of animal cards. Probably more than the rest of the group did. Oh, man. Okay. We're clear. All right. So we have the bee spirit. Sweet results await in the month of February 2024. Time for a beginner's mind. And that's really what the Fool is as well. It's a complete new beginning. Be loyal to what you love. Time to heal with the snake spirit. And I think once you start seeing things come into your life, all the hard work is paying off, the friends that you're making, the community that you're building, is whenever you will start healing more. Because I think right now you're probably kind of stuck in like, okay, I did the right thing. I left this toxic person, place, or thing, but yet everyone else seems to be winning and I'm still losing. And that's like a shitty feeling, right? That's the worst feeling. But I think once you start seeing that your wins were different than theirs, and you'll understand why, and it'll just be a better foundation for healing. Slow and steady wins the race. You can't make this up. What did I say? Spirit knows that they've been telling you for a long time, for a better part of a year or so, that things are looking at getting better. And you're like, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of hearing it. patience. You probably heard that word 10,000 times throughout this like journey that's brought you here now. But yeah, Spirit is saying slow and steady wins the race. And trust in divine detours, my love. Sometimes we don't understand the higher plan, but Spirit does. And this is such a beautiful reading. Trust in divine detours. Watch and wait. And there is still like an air of mystery around these cards. Like we really truly don't know what's going to happen and how we're going to get there. But it's assured. Spirit is saying this is promised, you know. All right, keywords for group 3, month of February. Month of February keywords. Ooh. Okay. Clear. That's how I think. I'm sorry. That was like so extra. Okay. So we have mercy. To develop the quality of mercy, forgive yourself and everyone around you. Be magnanimous, see the good in others, and give them the benefit of the doubt. Choosing this card may mean that the angels of mercy are offering you release from your pain or difficulties. Accept it graciously. Kindness. Both yourself and the people around you. Kindness. Understanding. Again, I think, like I said, you are going to begin to understand why it took so long, why you went through all these crazy battles, and why it seems like everyone is winning but you will understand why, my love. We also have creativity. I think your creativity is going to be illuminated in the month of February, and your creativity is what is going to get you where you want to be. So you could be a creative, you could be, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to make any assumptions on who you are and what you are watching this video. But that's what I have for you, group 3. If this resonated for you, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, make a comment, subscribe. And if you think anyone else could benefit from this pick-a-pile for the month of February, please share it with your friends, family, whatever. But thank you so much for watching. I love you very much. I hope you have an amazing February, and I will see you next time. Bye.